It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello and welcome everybody. Ernie Johnson and my partners, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports. And at this point in the season, some key storylines have already captured all of our attention. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Last game for Los Angeles, they ended up with a loss to Cleveland. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. Well, the Hornets seem to have found their man in Steve Clifford. Some very good results from his time as coach in Charlotte. What does he bring to the team, guys?
Well, Clifford is bringing, stability, great approach, and consistency.
What more could you want?
That's it.
And, he's built the team around a defensive mindset. And let me tell you, he was able to weather quite a few injuries last season. Still did pretty well.
That about does it for us. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later.
It's the Lakers, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And back in Charlotte following the road trip, it's the Hornets back on their home floor. And, of course, Ramon Sessions. Team moving on here without him.
You know, what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys and allow them to see a little more playing time.
Clearly a forward-thinking deal, and even if his aren't the biggest shoes to fill, it still puts a lot of pressure on your young guys. And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
And before we get underway here, let's send it over to Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Steve Clifford.
Well, Hornets coach Steve Clifford is always pragmatic. He said you look at what wins in this league and you see the best teams don't give up fast break points. Year in and year out, offensive rebounding is not a big factor. Guys, Clifford demands that his guards and small forwards get back after the release of a shot. And the Hornets have become one of the best teams in the league in transition defense.
Thanks, David. He does give a little more leeway to MKG to go to the glass, though, as well he should. And the Lakers, with a young core of players, they take it back to basics for recovery. After every game, the players get chocolate milk.
Well, it's highly recommended as a recovery drink, guys.
Get a nice clean game.
They get a special version of the chocolate milk, though. Lower sugar, grass-fed. They say it's great for recovery. And you go back to Julius Randle, who broke his leg in his first game. They're motivated to get lots of calcium in the diet of the players.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Lakers. Ingram and Randall, the young forward tandem. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Clarkson. And it's Zubats in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Walker with it. Over in the corner, Lamb. And Lamb slams it home.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Well, I think it's got to serve notice to the defense that it's going to take a much stronger effort than that to contain this guy today. They've got to bring more force if they're going to try to slow him down.
Here's Walker after the basket by Los Angeles. He gets it in there. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Randall. He dishes it to Clarkson. Walker with some nice D.
Well, that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me? You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Pass to Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Pass to Zubac. Here's Ingram. No good on the three. Charlotte in the lead. Here we go, one-on-one. And the shot goes down. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now, here's Clarkson. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Walker's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And that one's good. Ingram.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers in his sleep. The defense can't allow him to get going from there.
Here's Walker. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Williams dishes to Kid Gilchrist. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Kaminsky's got 5 points so far. Lakers trail by 4. And here's Clarkson. Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Here's Zubac. And the shot falls short this time.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
To the middle. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
And a moment to see numbers for Kid Gilchrist. He's averaging 10 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
And guys, they're finally getting the consistency they wanted to see from him. Look for that to continue.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. So it'll be Jeremy Lamb shooting. Julius Randle picks one up. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Now, here's Clarkson. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Hornets.
And they love to spread the floor with shooting. A lot of three-point attempts, and that's been the league-wide direction, and this group has been no exception.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And the pass to Randle. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, so much confidence in himself, especially for a young guy. I mean, Clarkson drains it with a hand in his face. You know, Jordan Clarkson enjoying a really nice start to his career for a mid-second round pick back in 2014. Had a little time in the D-League to start his career, but then played so well for the Lakers down the stretch that he made the all-rookie first team.
And last season, a position change for Clarkson. He moved from the point guard to the shooting guard spot for the Lakers.
And obviously, his rate of assists fell steeply without a big increase in his scoring. I mean, Clarkson is a guy who loves to attack the rim. I think he's at his best when he drives to pass as well as score.
Williams comes with a double team. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Let's check out how the Lakers stacked up, Kevin, over the last month in the NBA statistics. 8th in three-point field goal percentage. 8th in second chance points. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Now, here's Walker. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. To the inside, Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is. All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Williams with a clean look, and it's the Hornets another three.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on. And the Lakers head coach, Luke Walton, played almost his entire career in L.A., winning 2 titles along the way. Always known for his tremendous IQ for the game.
And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. Second, Brandon Ingram.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I gotta say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Well, you know, hey, as a rookie, it's always hard to earn the respect of coaches, but he's earned every minute he's gotten this season. Just a terrific offensive threat.
And Luke Walton, pretty new to coaching. He actually worked as an assistant with the University of Memphis team for a short while in 2011, while that NBA season was delayed.
Yeah, and of course, since 2014, he's been an assistant with the Golden State Warriors. Last season, when Kerr was out missing time with a back ailment, Walton stepped in as an interim head coach and led the team to a 24-0 start. Absolutely amazing. And despite being relatively young, Luke Walton has close to a PhD, I think, in basketball.
Here's Walker, following the basket by Julius Randle. Williams, a screen on Randle. And Walker kicks to Williams, shoots it up. It's hauled in by Zubac. Lakers trail by 7. Here's Clarkson. It's tipped. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. It's deflected.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Count the basket.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Now here's Walker. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Here's Lamb. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. And now Kid Gilchrist running the floor all by himself.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
The Lakers with the ball after the basket by Charlotte, and that one is good from Zubac. Here's Lamb. He's got 6. Outside, Walker. Kaminsky kicks to Lamb. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Kaminsky sets the pick for Lamb. 5 to shoot. Walker. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
And the one knock on Kemba really has always been the poor field goal percentage. But, you know, he seems to have made some strides in that department and has become a much more efficient shooter. And it's a big reason why I think he's playing the best basketball of his career.
That's good from Kemba Walker. And for Walker, when you think about his improved shooting efficiency, the interesting thing is that those improvements were from nearly every spot on the floor.
Yeah, and for so long you were just waiting for Kemba to make that jump. And finally, he did. A much more complete player now than he was when he entered the league.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Ennis. Not a lot of room. Zimmerman, no good. Charlotte leading by 7. Graham kicks to Wood. Here's Whitehead. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Feeds it to Walker. Charlotte gets it back. A second chance effort. Here's Graham, and that's going to be a travel. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. You look at the Bucks. They're sitting pretty, second place, and looking to take the top spot. And, of course, Charlotte right now quite a ways down below.
And I think for Charlotte, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Yeah, and that's got to be terribly discouraging for them. I mean, I know how badly they wanted to contend for a playoff spot, but it's just not happening.
Here's Roberts after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Wood. They get the rebound. And the dunk by Zeller.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And it's the Hornets with the ball after the miss by Luol Deng. Wood passes to Graham. Puts it up from 15. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Brewer. Got a hand on it. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Here's Roberts. 1:57 left here in the opening quarter. And there's the feed to Zeller. He kicks it to Roberts. Fires from 18. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Roberts got his first points of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Ennis. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside Dang. The dish now to Brewer. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Here's Dang. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now Ennis. They set the pick. Back to Brewer. Fires for 3. Whitehead with the rebound. Hornets leading by 7. To the middle. Pass to Wood. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Dang can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Hornets have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. on the second free throw. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Now here's Ennis. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Kicks it to Dang. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And so the first quarter is in the books. Hornets lead by 8. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Charlotte, North Carolina. Back in a moment. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker, who talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor.
Play free. Just play like playing street ball. Just have fun. Just play the game that you've been playing, forever.
Infectious enthusiasm. You see it every time he steps on the floor. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
I love the fact they're not settling for outside shots. Keep attacking that rack.
Lakers trail by 8.
And the one thing for the Hornets, I mean, they had horrible luck last season from an injury standpoint. Never really able to put that starting 5 out there for any consistent stretch of the season. I mean, huge injuries to Big Al and MKG were the most notable, and that really dampens your ability to develop chemistry.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ennis out there with Caldwell Pope. Then it's Dang. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Zimmerman in at the 5. Now here's Ennis after the miss from Contavious Caldwell Pope. Dang passes to Zimmerman. The kick out to Dang. On the clock. From outside, off the mark. And for the Hornets, injuries are a tough obstacle to overcome. They were able to fight through some of that, but surely it slowed him down.
Yeah, Kevin, it's just hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key components. Luckily, though, I think it gave the Hornets a chance to give minutes to younger guys and get them some confidence. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Roberts. An easy layup after coming off the pick. And the Hornets lead by 12.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Ennis dishes to Dang. To the inside. Stolen. And Roberts kicks to Graham. Zeller passes to Whitehead. Here's Roberts. He feeds it to Zeller. And Roberts has it in the corner from the wing. Offensive rebound. Here's Wood. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable. Let's see where Charlotte sits right now in the league rankings. 8th in steals, 13th in fewest turnovers per game. They've only been able to get in the top 20 in second chance points recently. I mean, That's an area that they certainly could improve in.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. From the baseline. And with that, the Hornet lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Ingram.
No stopping Ingram when he's in a rhythm like this, especially when he gets a pass in a spot he loves to pull from.
Now here's Kid Gilchrist. 8 points his last outing. Lamb dishes to Roberts. Stolen by Clarkson. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers trail by 12. Ingram with it. He's got 9. The tray.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Michael Kidd Gilchrist is an impact player for the Hornets with his great defense. And last season, his shoulder injury set them back. Teammate Kemba Walker said his motor is different. We have to have him on the court. And Kevin coach Steve Clifford put it simply, when he's on the floor, we play well. When he's not, we don't.
You can't boil it down more than that, D.A. Thank you. Here's Lamb. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Lamb, good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Zubats. Here's Clarkson. That's tipped.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
That's his first personal foul.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
First free throw is good. One thing that the Hornets do very well, as we all know, is hit the glass. Top to bottom, this team knows how to close out possessions, Greg, and clean up misses on the defensive end.
Yeah, and Kevin, you look at the roster for the Hornets, everyone is helping on the glass. What is odd that they don't have one guy who averaged huge rebound numbers. It's a true team effort. They are one of the elite teams in limiting offensive rebounds.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know, the Lakers had never missed the playoffs in 3 consecutive seasons in franchise history until last season. Boy, this is a franchise that's clearly unaccustomed to losing basketball games.
And the last time the Lakers had missed the playoffs in 2 consecutive seasons was 1976.
Well, up to 2013, the Lakers had only missed the playoffs 5 times total in the 65 years of the team's history. Now it's 3 seasons in a row for a franchise with so much very justified pride. It's got to be tough to handle and swallow.
That one is no good. Hornets leading by 13. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Roberts. This is the Lamb. Shot clock at 5. And the Hornets miss again. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Ingram wide open. Off target from 3-point range.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Lamb, he trains the quick shot. Lamb's got 10 points. Lakers trail by 15. And here's Caldwell Pope. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Zubats. Caldwell Pope outside. Off target from outside.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Here's Roberts. Wood kicks to Kaminsky. It's hauled in by Zubats. Charlotte, their last game, a win against the Atlanta Hawks.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Walker comes in for Brian Roberts.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Passes to Zubats. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's a good screen. Just 5 to shoot. Lets the 3 fly. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Lamb, good.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. His jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, they're lethal.
Now here's Walker. He dishes it to Lamb. Picked by Williams. Now here's Lamb. He's defended by Randall. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Here's Kid Gilchrist. That's short off the rim. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Lakers trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Though he lacks elite explosiveness, Randall uses his strong body to protect the ball and avoid block shots inside.
Now here's Walker. Kaminsky kicks to Lamb. Williams a screen on Randall. Lamb passes to Williams. Pulls up on the wing. Kaminsky misses. Lakers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Shoots from the line. No good that time. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Charlotte leading by 13. Here's Walker. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal. Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
He's looking for Kid Gilchrist and finds him.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Lakers trail by 17. And last season, Kemba Walker enjoying his best season to date. Many thought that he should have been on that Eastern Conference All-Star roster.
And every year, someone's getting snubbed from being an All-Star. Last year, I felt like it was Walker. Had numbers that were comparable to the other great guards in the league. More importantly, he showed that he's become a leader on his team.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Hornets leading by 15. Now the pass to Kaminsky. It's tipped. Ingram with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Clarkson. And that one hits back iron.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And the Hornets making a change here. Whitehead's checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Corey Brewer's checked in for Randall. Bang comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Tyler Ennis in for Jordan Clarkson.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Tyler Ennis taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Zimmerman, he's checked in for the Lakers. Nance comes in for Ingram. And Ennis drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Zeller. That one drops for him. Zeller's got 6.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
I do not have a total on that, partner, but it seems to be too many if I were to count. The only number you really need to look at, though, is the scoreboard, and that gives you all the info you need.
6 to shoot. Bang for 3. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Nance. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Nance slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Nance. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game from 12 feet out. Good on the bucket. Brewer's got his 2nd basket. And so it's Charlotte with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And that game is the 2nd of 2 straight at home. Here's Walker. 8 points for him. Feeds it to Williams. That one misses. Nance with some nice D. Lakers trail by 13. Here's Zimmerman. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Williams against Nance. Williams dishes to Walker. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Walker's got 6 in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Zimmerman. Offensive rebound. Count that one.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Walker. 10 points for him. Out to the right wing. Here's Graham. Covered by Brewer. Lock at 6. Knocked loose. Zeller. Here's Whitehead. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
That's his first personal.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Bang for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so we wrap up the first half. The Hornets on top, leading by 14. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Surprise, surprise, so far at least. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 14. And let's go to Kenny. What'd you think of their first half?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep getting shots 8 feet and in.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
They relied way too heavily on the 3-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off, but they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
That's it for halftime. We will see you and you too later. Now back to the action.
Welcome back to Charlotte, the Duke Energy Center, the building in the foreground there. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Here's Clarkson. Kidd, Gilchrist, and Williams are at the forward spots. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Kaminsky in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Walker. He's looking for Kidd Gilchrist and finds it. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
Now, here's Clarkson. Pass to Zubac. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And a look here at the shot chart.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty, missing both. Lakers in rebuild mode right now. As you look at this young core of players, guys, who do you think has the best chance of really becoming that foundational piece?
Well, Brandon Ingram is as complete a player as they come. I mean, the Lakers believe he can be a star. Julius Randle could be a double-double guy. One name that kind of flies under the radar is Jordan Clarkson. I mean, he's a mid-second round draft pick, but he's shown promise as a scoring combo guard, so keep an eye on him.
It's tipped. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Now here's Walker. There's a good screen. Now the feed to Kaminsky. No good from outside. Lakers trail by 15. Here's Caldwell Pope. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. 5th, Brandon Ingram.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And what I like about him is he rarely pulls the trigger unless he has a quality look, an open look. And he's cagey and crafty in how he creates room for himself to get a shot off. Well, I love his offensive presence. A lot of poise he plays that end of the floor with.
For Los Angeles, they have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Take a
You
break.
know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year, but just a tad worse, so not too bad.
That free throw, no good. That one is no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, the Charlotte Hornets made a concerted effort last season to improve what had been terrible three-point shooting. Coach Steve Clifford said, if you look at trends in this league, three-point shooting percentage was the #1 factor why teams won. That's the way this league has gone. It makes sense, right? You create spacing, which opens up things for everybody else. Kevin?
Yeah, trying to space the floor. Thank you, D.A. Free throw drops for Kid Gilchrist. And when Michael Kidd Gilchrist comes on the floor, you know you're going to get an upgrade on the defensive side. Doesn't rack up a lot of stats on the defensive end, but man, I mean, you can see his impact, feel his impact.
It's just the way Kid Gilchrist can challenge and bother every shot. Also has the quickness and length to recover when he's beaten off the dribble and still contest.
Kid Gilchrist having a good one. He's got 10 points and a steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity too that he brings to the court.
Here's Walker after the basket by the Lakers. Goes up on the wing, and once again off the mark by Charlotte.
Ill-advised shot there.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Now Ingram. He's got 15. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb.
Kevin, here we can get a look at Charlotte and what kind of numbers they've put up these last 10 games. 12th in fewest turnovers per game. 18th in steals. And they're not a team that really likes to get out and run a whole lot. I mean, they're ranked only in the top 20 in fast break points. They're much more content to play a half-court game.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Not often you see him take that shot. Clarkson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Improving shot mechanics, good height on that jumper, nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
And Walker kicks to Williams. The dish to Kid Gilchrist. Clock at 6. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Clarkson kicks to Ingram. A three-pointer off the mark. Charlotte leading by 11. To the inside. It's stolen by Randall. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. Shots good by Clarkson.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now here's Walker. 10 points for him. Williams' shot is off.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Wood, he's checked in for Williams. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Walker. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Down low, here's Clarkson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Clarkson's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's Roberts inside. Here's Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky. Great game for him. Double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Yeah, the game has a bit of a different texture than it did just a little bit ago, Greg. Suddenly, that lead is not looking as comfy and cozy as it once did.
Here's Lamb, following the basket by Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded closer. Ingram with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That's foul number 2 for him.
They are really struggling with fouls, Kevin. It's still early, but one more foul, and they're over the limit.
Hey, who's watching now?
They set the pick. Kicks to Caldwell Pope. Oh, that's blocked. And they'll keep possession.
Kevin, they're still 0 from the line this half. They've yet to make one, and that's no way to be able to get back into the game.
And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Lakers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah,
gentlemen,
also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
And he's had his troubles at the line tonight. Unfortunately, that's nothing new. Just glad he was able to convert right there.
And Roberts kicks to Kaminsky. He feeds it to Roberts. 5 to shoot. Randall grabs the board.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Clarkson passes to Randall.
And it was really unfortunate for Julius Randle back in 2014. His rookie season ended up being only 14 minutes because he got hurt in the season opener. He broke the tibia in his leg and missed the remainder of the season as a result. Last season it was Julius Randle's second, but in reality, more like his rookie season.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Both free throws good from Randall.
It's been an excellent game we've seen from Julius Randle. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Remember, Randall fractured his right foot as a high school senior. Broken bones have become an issue. First game as a pro, broke his leg in Los Angeles.
And you know, guys, interesting, the Lakers nutritionist wondered if he was getting enough calcium in his diet. So he's cleaned that up, and we all know that it makes a difference.
Luol Deng is checked in for the Lakers. Here's Ingram. He's got 15. He kicks to Clarkson. Dishes it to Ingram. And it's all evened up. Ingram's got 18 points in the game.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes just light up. His shooting is just out of sight.
There's the screen. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Roberts. 6 on the shot clock. Kaminsky dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Puts it up from 17. And that one goes long. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Ingram with it. Picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Passes it to Zubac. For the lead. Hornets with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Dives for it. Wood kicks to Kid Gilchrist. And slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
To the middle and out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Let's see some numbers here on Frank Kaminsky. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's around 14 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
And when you look at those rebounds, they have a cumulative effect on the opponent. His effort wears them down physically and mentally.
And it's the Lakers' ball. They're on a 20-5 run. Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by Wood. Charlotte in the lead. Here's Lamb. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Oh!
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
And, you know, Jordan Clarkson, a slashing combo guard with good size, played his college ball at the University of Missouri. He's a good ball handler. He can play either guard spot and really good operating in the pick and roll.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers.
Over the last month, let's see how the Hornets performed, Kevin, in the NBA stats. 6th in steals, 12th in fewest turnovers per game. And you know what? They're also in the top half of the league in scoring second chance points. There's room for improvement there, but I don't think they're too disappointed with what they've done in that area so far.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
And a nice balance in Clarkson's scoring. He can shoot from long range, from mid-range, and finish above the rim.
And, guys, I like his athleticism. He's a good athlete, 6'5", strong and explosive. A little streaky from long range, but he's made nice improvement there, too.
And Brewer kicks to Ennis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Dang passes to Ennis. In the corner, it's Brewer. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Whitehead's shot is off. The Lakers trail. For the lead, offensive rebound, Zimmerman. That's tipped. To the paint, Brewer with the steal. And it's the Lakers on the break. Brewer's got the ball. Misses off the left iron.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
And the foul called on Brian Roberts. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Free throw drops for Ennis. That misses, so he splits the free throws. A tight game here in Charlotte. Here's Roberts. He dishes it to Zeller. Now the pass to Roberts. Just 5 to shoot. Tries it from 19, and nothing but air on that one.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Down low, Zimmerman, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Warriors, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course the Lakers, 8 games out.
You know, for Los Angeles, I love what they've been able to do this season. Last year, really just a struggle for them, but they've clearly put that behind them.
Take a break.
Sometimes it's hard to shake off the effects of a season like the last one, but they've done a nice job to move on from it and have made great progress.
No good on the free throw. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. The Hornets shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Shots good by Whitehead.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh no, oh yeah shots.
Lakers trail by 3. Now here's Ennis. Dang with it. They set the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Tang's got 4 points this quarter.
The pick wasn't ultra effective, but it got him just enough room for the score.
And Roberts kicks to Graham. From the baseline, it's stolen by Ennis. Now here's Nance, guarded closely.
Oh no, not the guy you want to put on the line, Kevin. He's an ATM from the free throw line. Well, you know, back in high school, Larry Nance Jr. almost quit basketball. You know, he was feeling tired and lethargic and couldn't figure it out. It turned out he was suffering from Crohn's syndrome, a chronic digestive system inflammation. But now, healthy, he's following in his father's footsteps and looks like he's going to have a long NBA career, too.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Walker comes in for Brian Roberts. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. There's 1:40 left to play in the third. There's a screen by Williams. Nance with some nice D. And Nance diagnosed with Crohn's. He started getting injections of medication and hit a huge growth spurt. In fact, he grew 6 inches from his sophomore to his junior year in high school.
Yeah, and he suffered from that, actually debilitating growth pains. Then he tore an ACL his junior year at Wyoming. Has not been smooth sailing at all for him, but here he is now. He's persevered, and he's shown to be a productive NBA player.
Here's Zimmerman. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. And he can't get the first one. He hits the second from the line. The Hornets trail. Whitehead passes to Walker. Feeds to Zeller. Charlotte moving it around. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got 7 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Nance a screen. There's the pick. Ennis passes to Zimmerman.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Kemba Walker. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 17 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best,
putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Whitehead passes to Walker. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And in a conference game here, just a 2-game season series.
Yeah, you know, you want to make every game count. Take care of business and give yourself a chance to sweep.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Brewer, and it's Brewer finishing it off.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Lakers lead by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Hornets trail by 4, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. We've got Larry Nance, Caldwell Pope out there with Ennis. Then it's Ingram, and it's Zimmerman in at the center position. Whitehead passes to Walker. The 19-foot shot will not go. This is off the front iron. Lakers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Here's Ingram. The Hornets pull it in. Zeller's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside, Walker. Plays it up and banks it in. Walker's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Hornets.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
The Hornets shooting here about 46% for the game. Wants to get it to Zeller and does. The shot's good. Zeller's got the game tied up here for the Hornets.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And, Greg, you know, that's never a bad idea to be the aggressor. I mean, what a ball game we've got going on here, guys.
Caldwell Pope, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. And the Lakers lead by 2. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. There's a screen by Williams. Here's Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Some changes for Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Cody Zeller, and it's Lamb in there for Whitehead. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Clarkson against Walker. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing to take the lead. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Lakers making a switch here. Randall's checked in. And Kid Gilchrist drops them both.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half, but they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
Another miss by Caldwell Pope. Charlotte shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Walker dishes to Williams. Back to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Clarkson passes to Zubac. No good on that one. The Hornets on offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. Here's Lamb. Rebound the Lakers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And I'm sure they're anxious to get back home, as that will be game 6 of the 7-game road trip.
And another miss. Woo. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it's so tough to see when a player goes down with an injury like that.
Yeah, you know, really was hard to tell exactly what the injury was there, Greg. But one thing we can tell is that he's in a lot of pain.
And the Hornets making a change here. Roberts checked in. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Hornets leading by 4. Pass to Walker. From 8 feet away, he drops it in.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
Poked away to the middle. Here's Ingram. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Brandon Ingram, a 5-star recruit out of Kinston High School. He helped them win 4 straight North Carolina championships, the first time that had happened in the state's history.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And that one falls for Ingram. And Ingram mentored and coached by former NBA great Jerry Stackhouse.
And I wonder if Stack was a little disappointed that Ingram didn't end up becoming a Tar Heel, instead choosing the arch rival and going to Duke. A one-and-done there. It certainly has worked out pretty well for the young fella.
Well, you look at Brandon Ingram, and certainly a great body for the game of basketball. But, guys, it's his skill that really completes the package, wouldn't you say?
Oh, no doubt about it. Shot over 40% from three-point range at Duke. He can handle and pass like a guard. One concern, though, he did shoot under 70% from the free throw line, and great shooters usually do better than that.
First one falls for him.
Walker having a fantastic game. He's got 19 points and 10 assists also. His fourth quarter performance, impressive.
He has really picked it up as we've come down the stretch.
And so Walker nails both of them.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of them.
Here's Ingram. Goes back up, and the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Zubac.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, you really do, because those extra possessions, when they lead to points, that's huge. I mean, he did a nice job there. Never gave up on the play, and you know my motto, persistence pays dividends.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Free throw good. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
He's perfect from the line this time. Lakers trail by 6. Clarkson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Picked by Randall. Zubac the pass to Clarkson. Over in the corner, Randall. Lakers passing it around. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. He's not even been a factor.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
And here's Clarkson. They set the pick. Inside. Here's Zubac. But he stays with it. Here's Ingram. Offline with his 3. And here's Charlotte. They're on an 18-6 run. Here's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Lakers trail by 10. Now Clarkson. Here's Ingram. The teardrop falls in. Ingram's got 22.
Ingram uses that floater so effectively, pulls it out of his bag when the defense isn't expecting it.
Williams a screen on Clarkson. And Walker kicks to Roberts. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Pass to Zubac. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
And that one misses. Hornets leading by 6. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Clarkson. To the middle. It's stolen by Kaminsky. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Come to me, come to me.
Outside, Walker. There's the pick. To the paint, off the pick, and finished off by Kaminsky.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Whitehead's checked in for Brian Roberts. Here's Clarkson. The feed now to Ingram. Back to Clarkson. Shoots a three. That shot no good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Inside. Here's Walker. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Chalk up two there.
Large guard loves to drive it, and somebody on defense needs to rotate in front of Clarkson if you're going to stop him.
Up top, Walker. He's covered by Clarkson. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Lakers trail by 11. To the inside, Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Ever on the attack. That's just Randall's mindset.
Charlotte shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Whitehead passes to Walker. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Julius Randle picks one up.
Going to the line. Kemba Walker. Shooting two.
That's good from Walker. Kemba Walker hits them both.
And they've been so steady at the line in the second half. Gotten a good volume of free throws and converting at a high clip.
Clarkson against Walker. Clarkson kicks to Ingram. Inside, lock at 6. Zubac, that's good.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hey guys, the Hornets head athletic trainer gave us an update, and the news is not good. Right now it looks like a broken ankle with additional damage to the surrounding connective tissue. Boy, losing a player like him right now, just a huge blow. They depend on this guy so much, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Lakers trail by 9. Now, here's Clarkson. Down low. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Randall with a screen for Caldwell Pope. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Hornets leading by 7. Outside, Walker. The dish to Kaminsky. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Going to the line. Kaminsky. Shooting two.
And he can't get the first one. And the Hornets making a change here. Graham's checked in. And he's good on the second. Here's Clarkson. kicks to Ingram. From the arc. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside, Walker. To the paint. Here's Graham. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Hornets lead by 10.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to put an extra body on him, get some help when he barrels his way in close. He's such a good finisher. He needs more than one guy to defend him.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Ball counted, ball counted.
Who's got ball? Walker with it. Down low. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Going to the line, Kaminsky.
The free throw drops for Kaminsky. 1:39 left in the fourth. And here is Ingram. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Hornets leading by 11. Goes up the baseline. Wow, way off on that.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Charlotte.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Kemba Walker. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Zubac. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Good on the first, and that will push the lead to double digits. And so Walker nails both of them.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Nance. So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. Both free throws good from Nance. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He feeds it to Ennis. Dishes to Nance. This one for 3. Ennis misses. Here's Roberts. And so it's Charlotte with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker. One could say he had quite a fourth quarter. Completely shut the door on any attempt by the other side to sneak this one out.
The creativity and the playmaking of Kemba Walker was outstanding tonight. Smart shot, brilliant passes. His trademark skills were out there for everyone else to see tonight.
Well, not much has really been going good for this team lately, so for him to have a game like this is big. They gave him a little bit more responsibility, and boy, did he run with it.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.